Yeah, I want to thank everybody for joining. I am going to do some crystal cracking, just like the description says. This is a combination of two different events. It was the cease and desist from September, and it's the Project Overkill from October. Those crystals I'm going to do separately because I'm backed up on a lot of the other crystals, so every time I crack one, it's going to bring me back to the front. So I'm going to go down the line, but I'm going to wait for the event ones after I get rid of these abundant other premium crystals and chips. Alright, so let's get started with that. I'm going to do 10 at a time, and we'll start with these Decepticon premium crystals right here. So I got 400 of them, so this video is going to be pretty long. So let's, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get rid of these in the back first. The 40 apiece. Let's get rid of those. Hopefully we can keep these videos down to maybe about 30 minutes, maybe. I'm using the face thing for the first time. Same thing with my headset right here. What's a little different with this setup is when I did this previously, I used to use my home computer, but for whatever reason, BlueStacks wasn't working correctly, so I'm just doing it directly from the phone. And now this one was first, the Decepticon duplicates, and I'm calling them duplicates because that's all I'm going to really get. So a bunch of free crystals. I've been just banking them for a little while, because I was banking all of these things after I bought the Beast Wars crystal packs. Now, some people are going to look at that and say, like, oh, he's a pay-to-win guy. I got other things to do like a lot of people, so I can't invest too much time into the game. Granted, I play I think like 3 times a day at least, but it's a little hard to go hard into the game. And plus on top of that, guess what? I work for a living. This is a game I enjoy. I don't mind throwing some bucks, or in this case a lot of bucks, at Transformers. To a point I feel like, you know, this game was kind of made for people like us, right? We grew up on the show, and since we're grown up we have expendable cash, so they jack up the prices on these bundles. Maybe jack up is a little harsh, but what can I really say? You know, like coming from Xbox where the DLCs were like, you know, $10 and under, and that caused a big problem because it was successful over here in the mobile space. And for the last handful of years, you know, the consoles have been doing, you know, $100 bundles with lots of, you know, gotcha and random mechanics, you know. But you know, I may not like it, but I'm a piece of the problem because I buy these things, right? It's my fault. And then I'll like, in my head, like, oh, there's value in it because I'm getting this, that, and the other. And that's what I felt about these Beast Wars packs and these Halloween bundles, because they gave us 5-star crystals and shards. And I'm like, what's the goal of the game? It's to get to end game. And even though the devs say like, hey, you shouldn't really need, you know, like a 5-star blank, you want it at the end game, obviously, you know? There's no way you can tell me that like a 5-star impactor, for example, his 5-star is more powerful than his 4-star, which is more powerful than his 3-star. So of course you want the strongest one. What I wish they ended up doing, and I'm surprised they haven't, I've seen it on their Discord, people requesting this, but when you're upgrading their special abilities, that doesn't scale correctly. Like if you upgrade one of these guys from level 10 to 20 to 30, the 5-star is most expensive, 4-star is not as expensive, 3-star is not as expensive. But when you do the special, their spark costs the same across all the stars. So if you wanted to like upgrade a 1-star bot, it costs just as much as a 5-star bot, which is ridiculous because that 1-star will never be as strong as the 5-star. Like they understand it, when it comes to upgrading these guys' levels, but not for their special abilities. It's hilarious. To a point, I feel like it's like they're like, hey, it's a money area that can use for money, right? Somehow make those spark bundles. People will buy them to get them strong. There's no reason to lower the price of those just because the bots are lower. I want to do the same thing though. We got to create a game that has the same mechanics. Now I say that there's a small chance, like people aren't getting rich off of making video games. Except for like Fortnite, those big games that are really out there. Developers like SpaceSafe, they have to make a handful of games to get their employees paid, and then from there have a profit at the end of the day. If they can't keep their lights on, none of these things would be up and running, right? Servers, storage, this, that, and the other. So the game has to be profitable. You heard they just shut down Transformers Forge to Fight, so there's a perfect example. I love Transformers. To me, it's the strongest, game, television, franchise around, but that's just, me speaking. Another person's gonna be like Pokemon, or another person's gonna be like G.I. Joe. Alright, so now let's move on to, let's, if I can get 10 of the 3 stars, we'll do that. And, not yet. We'll eventually get to it though, because we're gonna start doing these Decepticon premium ones. Now this one's gonna take some time. So far, thank you for joining me for 7 minutes. Now, when it comes to the Decepticon premiums, right? I know I have all the 2 stars from both factions, and I'm fairly sure I have all the 3 stars from the Autobots, but I don't think I have all the 3 stars from the Decepticons, especially since they released a few new guys recently. I'm not going to say their names right, but a couple of them were the Piranacons. I want to call the guy Collagen. It's not Collagen, I know that. That's good, I got a 4-star duplicate of Lugnut, so that means I got some 5-star shards somewhere here. Yep, there it is. Hey, I got a good, got his golden mace. I would love it if they gave me the G medal. I feel like after a point they should start giving those to us. I know it's still the odds, the RNG, but at some point it's like, yo, this guy's been playing for years. They should increase the chances for those players that's been playing for years, because they've been trying for years and they haven't been getting it. It's a little frustrating when I see other players have like these G metal versions of certain cores, and it's like, yo, what do I gotta do, Like, how would I ever get a G medal of the Optimus Primal or of Starscream's crown, Like, I have their 5-star bots, so I'm not going to go out and buy their bundles for any reason, right? So this would have to be randomly going for, like, say, another character, and they randomly give me they throw me a bone and give me, what I'm looking for. I remember when they introduced Transmetal 2, Megatron, and Optimal Optimus, and somebody posted on the Facebook forum, Facebook group, like them getting a G medal of the golden disc, and I'm like, seriously, I think I eventually got it at some point, but that was my initial reaction. What really got me was the time, like Optimus Primal is the only bot in the game that you can actually pick, right? Because you get those shards, you get the Shanix store. So it's just like, how would you ever get his core, Yeah, speaking of, the Beast Wars guys. If you're wondering why I get the Decepticon crystals instead of the Autobot ones, on my main account, what I'd like to do is complete it, like get every single bot. Instead of just doubling down on stronger Autobots. Of course my team isn't I don't have one maxed out character here. And they said that they're going to increase the cap to 67 soon. So, from where I stand, I'm not looking to max them out sooner, Even though, yeah, of course, it'd be great to get a stronger team. But, from where I stand right now, I think I have, 30k fighters. Did I say that right? 2 30k teams. And, they do the trick for me. When I go into a war, if I can't beat it with my 1, 2, or maybe even my third team, I'm like that battle, or that team that we're facing, too strong for me, And I don't go around thinking oh, I wish I had a stronger team. The next thing I end up just thinking is, how do I get more spark to get them stronger? And that's hard, I could play the game to a point that these guys can get to level 65, but that's spark. That's either events or bundles, Well, at least now they added the dispatch missions, so those rewards at least can potentially give you spark, right? 1,000 spark, I don't really think does anything for anybody though. Oh, what do we got here? So, here's one of those missing 3 stars. I'm happy I got them. Let me just screenshot that real quick. There we go. And I'll post to the Facebook group. There's 2 Facebook groups that I do join. It's of course the Transformers Earth Wars official one. And there we go. That's what I was waiting for. And the other one is I think it's called TF Addicts. It's about the game too. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But those are the 2 I joined. Some of the people that I recognize there join even more. I unfortunately can't invest that much, right? I'm not on the Discord all the time. I don't have my own channel or anything dedicated to Transformers Earth Wars, even though that is my favorite game, mobile game to play.
Crush them!
When, I know we got a lot to go through, but when it's done, we'll just go into how many Transformers, 2 stars and 3 stars that is, that I'm missing. I know when it comes to the 3 stars, I have a few, I guess 1 less now, but I have a couple to get when it comes to the Decepticons, none for the Autobots. I think I have about 6, 7, or 8 4-star Autobots to get. And the only time I kind of double down on them, I don't get their bundles. Space Ape does, I guess, intelligently send me bundles to buy. This happens to everybody, right? You go into the thing for build, and then you see the bundle. I always see Impactor there, because I believe they feel like that's the guy I should go for since he's missing. When I do get about 10 crystals, I'll do the same thing, and one way or another, I will get those missing guys, obviously. What would be nice is if they added additional sayings from Frank Welker and Peter Cullen into the game. I mean, that would have been great. You must have heard deploy how many times. I think it's kind of cool when he says some of the names. He just said Hook, right? That was kind of cool. Frost is one of my favorites in the game. Just the way he attacks.
Deploy!
I know they recently made a 5-star of him, which is good, and of 6-shot. That legacy pack has some good stuff in there. I don't know if anybody else felt this way, but like 2 of them in there were from a 5-star event, and it's just like, oh wow, ended up happening. So the beauty of these headsets are I don't know what's going on around me. Sometimes the boiler might go off because I do these videos in the basement with my main setup. And then there's sometimes people come down here to ask me what's going on, but thankfully because of the headsets, I don't hear what they're saying or know what they want. And if I start talking to them, then in this video will be that separate conversation. Meanwhile, this is supposed to be about Transformers Earth Wars. And I have about 384 crystals to go, which means I have 38 clicks. And then from there, I will move on to one of the other bundles. But I'll cut the video at that point to make them a little bit more smaller and watchable. I'm sure nobody wants to sit through a straightforward, 3-hour-long video.
Deploy. Deploy. Attack. Deploy. Crush them. Deploy.
Or right after this bundle.
Crush them.
Yeah, here we go. So at least what I can do is
deploy. Shockwave.
alright. So I'm going back to, I guess, a little bit of commentary. Oh, that was good. It's very interesting. I remember when I first started the game, right? There was always this angry outcry. Like, hey, duplicates got you, kind of angry all the time. And now since, eventually when you get the bot, and then you see the duplicate, it just feels like something's off on these numbers, I'm talking about you're going to get a 1% or a 2% chance of getting certain bots, and then after you get it, dupe. It just, like, how come the chances aren't the same, Oh, but the numbers are there, it's supposed to mean they're the same. But you can't honestly, look me in the face and say, there's something more going on than those percentages, the law of averages.
Bludgeon.
See, look at this, like, another 4-star right there.
Swindle.
The good news is I probably got some good stuff from those, right? I got 4-star Rodimus unicorns, right?
Deploy.
Let's see what a bludgeon gave me. Gold. Sorry, I keep moving over this way. It's for whatever reason. Next video I'll also make my face a little bit smaller.
Deploy!
Impactor. Heard me talking about him earlier. One thing I would like them to do is, like, the cross-faction characters, if by chance, there's a cyber reward pertaining to them, it should work both ways. It shouldn't be like, hey, Autobot, nah, versus Decepticon, nah. It should be, you play as either one of them and you get it. I'd argue a little bit saying, hey, also do that for the cores, but I don't think I'd win that battle. Now, for the mount that I purchased, I believe I'm gonna get, you know, really close to the 5-star chips, and I'm sorry, 5-star crystal and 5-star chip to get a new 5-star bot and 5-star combat bot. So we just gotta wait for this to be over, and unfortunately, it's gonna be a handful of videos from now.
Crush them!
Yeah, you see, even that number kind of grew. So.
Deploy!
Yeah, let's get through these, and then what I'll do is I'll go in to see what those 3 are. I know we saw it earlier that some of those crystals are going to be the premium ones. I think I had 6.
Deploy!
I saw one of the Tripredicus Council right there. There's the Decepticon. He's probably one of my favorite combiners, Tripredicus. I gotta keep my eye on those prompts because there's gonna be a lot of them coming down.
Crush them! Attack!
I have a tablet upstairs, but it's usually in use. But the tablet I keep minimal, you know, like I don't have any, I try my best not to have any of those social media messengers on there. No text message syncing, Facebook, no Instagram, like I try to keep all those things out because I want to use that big screen for media consumption. So between playing the video game or watching the show, I'd rather have that, I think it's a, what is it, 12.9 inch screen? It's a Samsung S8 Ultra.
Attack! Attack! Attack!
If anybody's curious, the time I'm recording this, it is 9 p.m. EST on October 28th, which is Friday, 2022. I don't specifically see that on my phone, I'm just looking at my computer screen. And I was wondering, wow, how late is it already? It's black outside, and I got a shave. Right? What is that? 30 clicks to go. When I say clicks, I mean like taps, because I'm doing this kind of time, and there's 304 crystals to crack.
Crush them!
For some reason, I feel like drill horn is better than nose cone. I don't know why.
Attack!
The only value either one of those two guys have is that they can create a, you know, a 4-star combiner.
Concentrate your fire!
Decepticon and
Deploy!
Kaiser, respectively. Alright. So I was tempted to buy his pack. Happy I didn't. Because if I'm missing like a handful, I'll buy a pack. And now he's just another guy to worry about leveling. And with the Decepticon faction, I have one 1500 group. They're a little bit stronger now, but I only use them for Zone 13. Zone 13 or Zone 14? I think it's Zone 13, it's 1500. So leveling him takes time away from the other teams I have, and all the other Autobot teams I have, I've made them 1900s.
Deploy!
So what I'm going to end up double checking is, right, we got 2 new
Breakdown.
Decepticons. I'm happy that I got the 3 upgrades in a row in the research lab.
Concentrate your fire.
So, let's see. Typically I do the research just before I sleep. So sometime before then I just gotta double check who's coming out so I can put those guys in. And I'll fast forward
Deploy.
10 to 20, 20 to 30.
Deploy.
Because that's like 1 hour and 4 hour respectively, right? But when it comes to anything more than that, I don't really fast forward them. I let them do their thing. And a day kind of seems fine. But like the other ones just get a little excessive, right? There's 3 days, 6 days, and then what, 12 days I think? That's too much. Anything good here? Getting all those cores, they're great for leveling, your Transformers, but after you have like all your G-metal base defenses, and then they're, almost all maxed out, I don't really know what to do. Like I want them to do something with that, because like if I'm running into this, that means lots of other players out there have their alloys maxed out, and their building cores, right? The silvers, the golds, and until a point the G-metals, they're probably just stacking them for no reason, because they're not giving us new buildings from my understanding. And if you already have those maxed out to, G-metal level 20, what can you do?
Megatron.
I would love it if they made like a trading system. But anytime anybody says the word trading, it's just like, oh, he trades with that person. I don't need to trade with another person. I would like a building in there, like a McAdams trading center, where I give him 10 of my silver, and then he gives me 1 gold, And if I have, in my scenario, like I said, if I'm all maxed out with all the base defenses, give me a way to trade the base defense one for something else, like a gold base defense or a G-metal base defense one can be switched to a Transformers one, or maybe into another resource, like give me Shanix. I would love a Shanix, but the other way to get Shanix is during the raids and winning a war, right? I like Iron Bison. Seeing him really quickly reminds me of his dialogue with the other Iron Bison. It's kind of funny. Whenever they do like the weird name versus name bot conversations, they're funny. I don't know if anybody remembers the Silverbolt one. That was hilarious. Last thing I just heard was Cobra Commander's voice. That voice actor, I didn't realize he died at the age of 44. So prevalent in my youth. Because I would watch Transformers and G.I. Joe. I know, I think it's Scott Latta. He did a lot of voices, but those two, just, because I watched those 2 shows, and they were my favorite shows, I would hear them all the time.
Crush them! Shockwave! Deploy!
It's kind of crazy to think for half a second, when I upload this to like YouTube, if somebody thought about watching it on the big screen, right? Like, you can watch the video being recorded on any size screen, right? It's like, hey, this was recorded on a 6-inch screen, and now somebody's playing it on their 65-inch TV. It's kind of crazy to think about. Looks crystal clear here, look crystal clear there. But this is being recorded at 1080p. Yeah, I knew this video would go over 30 minutes. A lot of crystals. Even cracking it at 10 at a time.
Deploy!
I think they said they don't want to add any more Optimus Primes, but I was looking at Nemesis Prime and it's like he's got that, you know, black and dark, you know, color scheme, and they added
Shockwave!
the Shattered Glass color scheme. But there's so many versions of him on the toy,
Thundercracker!
and it's just like, hey, I wonder if we'd see them all in the game. And preferably, even though, you know, like I love Optimus Prime, I like variety, and I'm not sure, you know, it would be the same reaction people have when they see all those different color schemes on the toys. It's like, oh, they're just, you know, squeezing $1 out of a rock at that point, you know, just milking it for what it's worth. So I probably say, even though it's a great idea, don't do it, you know. Give new bots, give new Transformers, instead of trying to recycle old ones. Question is, how many bots can they put into this game? Like, they made this game. This game is what, at least 6 years old, which means they were in development for like what, 7 or 8 years ago. And I mean, mobile technology has come so far in those years. I mean, I personally would love to see some type of crazy visual upgrade. Like, if I had to guess, I'd say this was made in Unity. Or maybe a custom engine, who knows? But could you imagine for a second, say it was like Unity or Unreal, right? Like 8 years ago was a full version less, probably even more. And now, like, could you imagine for half a second if it was in Unreal 5 or Unity 4, you know? It's like, whoa, where could they make this game? Right? It would be a huge pain and an undertaking to redraw all of them, right? But would it be a full redraw? I don't even know.
Crush them!
I wonder who the next
Crush them!
5-star combiner is going to be. I just saw Motormaster really quick. I don't think it would be Victorion and Motormaster. I heard that they have some more 5 stars on the Chinese server. I am playing the Chinese version of the game on one of my accounts, but I do not invest any money into that one. So like for the level that account is in, I don't have a combiner outpost to know what's available. I'll eventually get it, as long as I keep the phone. If I upgrade this phone, I'm probably going to end up losing that account. It's not attached to anything. Typically when you try to bring like a region locked game or anything region locked over to a non-region area, you have to you know, maneuver things carefully. So I don't have the Play Store connected to that Chinese version of Transformers Earth Wars. And that version is made by Backflip Studios.
Crush them!
I asked Space Ape one time, what's the relationship? But they had so many other questions that either they chose to ignore it or they didn't see it, one or the other. To a point, I wonder who makes the model and then sends it over to who. Because it'd be a little odd to think that if there were two completely separate games, you know, how are they that similar? You know, like if you told two artists to draw the same piece, they can get extremely close, but you'll notice some differences. And when you play both the games, some mechanics are different. Like, they'll let you buy certain things, pricing is different, maybe some, ooh, what is this? A 4-star. Wow, really? Numbers on my side. Oh, this is great. Fellbat. Fellbat and Chromia are like two of the best bots in the game. I use them in their outposts. My Chromia is already really high, so I'm not going to do too much with him, but this is great to get him. You know what, I will probably put some spark and crank him up. Not too much though. I usually use my spark for my main faction,
Storm Shadow,
which is the Autobots on this account.
Thundercracker.
I didn't know Octopunch. I thought it was like a custom-made one just for this game, but I think there's a few videos of him on YouTube, but you know, he was in the Transformers universe before the game. There's a few of them that are like that in this game, where it's just like, hey, I've never seen that one before. The Sentius brothers are the big ones because they were made just for the game. But, like that off-road looking like Ironhide, I was like, hey, I never saw him before.
Deploy! Attack!
When they brought Galvatronus to the game, I thought they'd be updating the 5 Transformers that combine into him, and it looks like they didn't update them when you play them as like, you know, individuals. But I think they were, or at least Cyclonus was updated just for the combiner output. Excuse me, for the combiner lab.
Crush them! Swindle.
When I do get enough 3 stars, I'm going to attempt to do the 10 at a time to kill that. I'll do that on a different video, and I'll have something for the 4 stars, but I'm not going to crack the 4 stars unless if I see somebody new is available. If I only have, say, 8 Transformers, Autobots specifically, and you use like 10 crystals on them. Of course, the percentages are still right, 1%, 2% to get one of them. But if I had like a 9th person to unlock, it feels like the probability would be on my side, even though again the probability is listed right there, so it shouldn't work like that, but. That's math for you, right?
Swindle. Shockwave. Megatron.
I wonder if there was a bot that we haven't seen duped yet.
Deploy.
Unfortunately, I was just like half paying attention. Even though I'm looking right at the screen and I see certain guys coming in and out, I didn't
Storm Shadow,
like, keep a full track. Someday I'm gonna see if I can review these Pixel Bud Pros. I go to the gym with it and they fall out, so if you're active, but you even saw me, I've just been sitting there the whole time and it slipped out a little bit.
Deploy! Deploy!
Could be my ears, I don't know. This one I haven't adjusted, but this one I did have to adjust. And this is the one that falls out more in the gym.
Soundwave. Deploy.
What's interesting is because I play this game and I see the models are pretty nice, it would be interesting if they made a TV show around this, but that time has well passed. What would have to end up happening would be like some type of weird Nexus cartoon show, and they'd have to update this thing, so both those things have to come out together. It would have to be like a weird Transformers Earth Wars 2. And if they did make a sequel, I wouldn't even want them to call it Earth Wars. I'd want it to be more, you know? Where else can the battles take place? I don't know. Earth Wars makes sense, and you can't just, you know, lift up your base and go. But,
Crush them.
like how would they, you know, add that to story correctly? Talking about how, hey, how does that base, how is that base on Earth, on Cybertron, on Iacon, on all the, you know, the different places that are in the Transformers universe? There, you know?
Shockwave.
I'd almost joke and say like, hey, your base is on an asteroid, and you know, Decepticons are attacking an asteroid. But, I mean, that, like, how well does that really fly? You know?
Bludgeon.
At least in a case like this, where if you get attacked as an Autobot, your base is always the same, or they just flip the I don't want to call it scheme, but they, you know, they just flip it to the other faction, and those two things work really well, right? The two type of base types.
Bludgeon. Deploy. Crush them. Deploy.
What I'm going to do for my next video is I'm going to just break it apart to each faction. Like this one, I think I did 2 of them, right? And of course the premium Christopher Decepticons, there was even more. So I'll just do the other ones, you know, one faction at a time. A few more videos, but again, it's what's the real pain, you know? Like at least separate videos makes it a little bit shorter and more manageable to watch. If you watch one really long video, a 6-hour video, it wouldn't be enjoyable.
Crush them.
Some people might just leave and never come back to it.
Deploy.
When I, you know, do a 5-star video, right, all I do is it's just like a 30-second video of the guy getting unlocked, and I call it a day. Those are easier to watch. Those are the ones that are posted all over the Facebook groups. So that's that one gives you a hit, you know.
Crush them.
You know what I forgot to do was when I got those missing guys, I forgot to screenshot it.
Deploy. Deploy. Kick back. Deploy.
Who could ever see
Megatron.
the Decepticons? I know there's those main 3, but if anybody remembers from younger when they were younger, you went to the toy store, like Toys R Us for example, you would see Transformers that you never saw on the cartoon show, and they just made the toys. I don't even know if all of them were even in the comics. Like, you can't expect a child to go and buy comics, right? You can even ask your parents, but giving $1 to $4 for a comic versus, you know, watching a free TV show, it's probably not going to end up happening, especially since, you know, parents have bills. Yep, I got bills.
Deploy. Bludgeon. Crush them. Crush them.
Minimally, I'm happy at least been able to clear out these crystals.
Deploy. Skywalk.
Skywarp was one of my favorite Decepticons, and I feel like
Crush them.
Skywarp is not as strong as, well, it's definitely not as strong as Starscream, and honestly I feel like Thundercracker is the best out of all of them, in the game at least, you know, because Skywarp was my favorite in the cartoon. I wanted him to be the strongest. It's understandable that, you know, Starscream, the leader of the Seekers, is the strongest.
Deploy! Bludgeon! Deploy! Crush them! Deploy! Deploy! Crush them! Hook!
I haven't had a chance to rewatch Beast Wars on, I think it's on Netflix right now.
Thundercracker!
Sure they didn't call him down about 2.
Crush them!
I know they gave Black Arachnia the skin of her Transmetal 2 form.
Deploy!
But I wonder if we'd see another Black Arachnia from one of the other series show up in the game.
Attack!
I wonder how they even,
Deploy!
not so much choose, I think they'll have a list of every single Transformer.
Deploy!
I wonder how much work is done
Deploy!
ahead of time before they go and pull the trigger on, hey, let's complete this guy. Or go.
Attack!
Like, I guess we can use the Piranacons or the Seacons as a perfect example, right? 2 of them are out.
Deploy!
You know the other 4 are coming at some point. And they're probably, you know, partially done with the missing guys.
Crush them! Attack! Attack! Thundercracker! Deploy! 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 Attack! Deploy! Deploy! Deploy!
Stop. With any luck, I'll get a good core from that Starscream. The G-Metal Starscreams.
Crush them! Crush them!
No, just the regular silver. Oh. It's even a point. Alright, so there's only 4 of those left. Let's see what crystals I can... I still got 6 of those. Whoa, 28,000. I'm just gonna bring this over. And as for cracking these ones, I'm gonna crack them on a separate video. It's also 9:30 and this video is creeping on 50 minutes, so I'm gonna try to cut this as short as possible. Well, not even cut it as short as possible. I'm gonna cut it off soon. So over on the left where you see 5-star crystals, I think I had about 1,400. So now after spending that money and cracking those crystals, I get about 2,000 5-star. So I'm fairly sure after I crack all those crystals, I'll have another 5-star guy. Let me just get these 2 and then call it a day. Well, not just yet. I just want to show you guys. Let's see, 22 over there. I'll crack those next video. We got these to crack. Alright, I got 10 now. Okay, that's good. But for now, that will be all. Thank you for watching. And if you have the time, feel free to watch the other videos that will be coming soon. Alright, or even the previous ones. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.